I'm going to talk about how magic relates to life. Now, magic is one of my passions, and one reason is because it can open up people to new possibilities. However, many magicians focus on fooling people. We try to trick you. That's why everybody calls them tricks. And that leads me to ask, why do we do this? Why do we present our magic this way? Well, it all started way back in the time of the Inquisition. To avoid being burnt as witches, we presented our magic as light-hearted entertainment, a few jokes, some feats of magic, which were essentially puzzles that challenged the audience to figure out how they were done, mere tricks. So let's do an experiment. Those of you who like being tricked, those of you who like being fooled, raise your hands. Look around you. When you think about it that way, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? But magic can be about so much more than just mere tricks. Magic can change the way we think about our lives. It can alter how we feel. Can I show you an example? Yes. Thank you. Welcome! Welcome to our spells and divinations class. Magic is not about tricks. Magic is not about puzzles. Magic is about the experience of mystery. In the front, could you help me out, please? Excellent. Could you please hold out your left hand? Please hold that ring right there, just like that. Don't let go. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Magic is about the experience of mystery. Now, as far as you understand, that shouldn't be possible.
Correct.
So please, carefully examine both rings. Oh, but be careful, they might still be hot. Magic teaches us that things that seem to be impossible can become possible. May I? Thank you. Magic teaches us that things that have been broken, things that have been separated, like people can be, can be rejoined. That when we can't get things to come together the way we want them to, no matter how hard we try, there's always a way. Thank you. You know, there are times that we feel like we're at the bottom of the food chain. There are times we feel like dropping out of life completely. But no matter how alone we feel, we're all part of the single chain of human existence. We're all in this life together. Now, some people think there's a special spot on this ring. I know that you do. Yeah. The truth is, all the points are magical. So, Mr. Skeptic, would you please say stop as I run my finger down the ring?
Stop.
Right there? Feel that spot right there. Does that feel solid to you?
Yes.
Can you see a hole in the ring?
Only that way.
Absolutely, and quite right he is too. Without this hole, it wouldn't be the linking rings, would it? It would be the linking discs or something. That was your spot about there, is that right?
Right.
Magic teaches us that when there are times that we feel trapped by life, it's just an illusion. When there are times that we can't seem to get free of some problem, It's just an illusion. When no matter which way we turn, no matter which way we pull, we can't get free of something that's holding us back. You know what I mean? It's just time for a change in perspective. Magic is not about tricks. Magic is about life. Thank you. So, let's talk about what we just saw. When constructing my scripts, I often draw from cognitive science. For example, it's been well established that negative emotions can have a negative effect on our physiology. There have been many studies. When we are depressed, when we are stressed out, we are less healthy. We're more likely to get sick. When we get sick, we take longer to recover. We don't live as long. Now, if negative emotions can have a negative effect on our physiology, then it seems reasonable to assume that positive emotions can have a positive effect. And so, doctors invite me into hospitals to perform magic for patients who are seriously ill, and for the nursing staff who look after them. And it's interesting, because as I do that, I see their demeanor change. They sit up straighter. Their breathing gets deeper. Their energy gets renewed. Color returns to their faces. Their eyes sparkle, and they smile. They look more alive. Why is this? Well, I believe one reason is the following. There is a cognitive cycle that many of us experience of gloomy thoughts that lead to feelings of hopelessness, which in turn engender further gloomy thoughts, and a downward spiral ensues. The experience of magic can intercept and break that cognitive cycle. Can I show you another example? Yeah? Correct answer, great, thank you. I need somebody to help me out. Could you come up here on stage for me, please? Let me hold your hand. Give her a hand as she comes up, because it takes a lot of courage to stand up in front of people in a place like this. Thank you. What's your name?
Maya.
Maya. That name comes from Israel? It's Hebrew?
Yes, it's
Hebrew name?
Mm-hmm.
Is this your first TEDx event?
It is my first TEDx event, yes.
How do you find it so far?
Lovely.
Haven't the speakers been inspiring?
Delightful.
Thank you. Thank you. Maya, are you wearing a ring that's associated with a happy memory?
Yes, I am.
May I borrow that ring for 90 seconds, please? I love this moment. It's coming. Perfect, thank you. It's a beautiful ring. It's a butterfly. A symbol of change and metamorphosis, right? Yes. Maya, this ring represents your life. It's a circle. This represents the fears and troubles that come and go. They have a beginning, and they also have an end.
Promise?
Absolutely. You see, what happens is too often we allow our fears and problems to worm their way into our lives, to trap us, to tie us down, to hold us back, so that sometimes no matter which way we pull, we can't seem to get free of them. Ever been there?
Yes.
I've been there. If only we can grasp a broader view, we find really our fears and troubles have no hold on us at all. And then we could be free. But problems come back, because life is like that. So when problems return into our lives, as they do, that's the universe giving us another opportunity to exert that mental discipline, to once again grasp that broader perspective, and again, free ourselves. Because if we don't, if we focus just on the negative in our lives, if we cling to our problems, we get caught again. Now, it all depends on where we attend. If we selectively attend just to the negative in our lives, if we allow ourselves to get tied up in our problems, we lose track of our happiness completely. We have to learn a certain sense of detachment. Now, Maya, you've been watching this closely.
Very.
And you have your own rich life experience to draw from.
Yeah.
You can do this yourself. Here, hold these. Maya, please think of some problem that has wormed its way into your life and is holding you back right now. Take this seriously.
Very seriously.
You have something?
Yes.
Excellent. Think of that problem and how it's holding you as you thread your life deep all the way down to the middle. Perfect. Could you turn just slightly? Hold up this hand this flat and this hand flat. Yes. I have the ring here. Would you please take a deep breath? Breathe out and relax. When problems tug at us, keep them at arm's length. Grasp the broader view. Ground yourself. Keep track of what's really important. And Maya, you too can free yourself from unnecessary anxiety. Please take another deep breath, very deep, and hold it. I'm going to count to 3. After I count to 3, I'd like you to breathe out, relax, and do this. 1, 2, 3. So why don't you let me take your fears and troubles, and I'll give you your life back. Thank you. Please take her. Thank you. Let me walk you to the edge of the stage. Many of us have had somebody pass away in our lives, and we still miss them. I still miss my parents. Some of us have had relationships break, and we still feel the pain. Here's a piece that speaks to both of these. Inspired by the great magicians Alain Choquette and Eugene Berger, I call this The Thread of Life, and I hope you like it. When we read the great works of literature, such as Shakespeare's plays, our lives seem rather mundane. But are they really? Sometimes things that seem simple aren't so simple after all. A simple spool of thread, a single strand, like our lives. There is a beginning, but also, we untangle this, also an end. And in the middle, happiness, but also sorrow. There is joy, but also pain. moments of intense love and times of tragic separation, rejection, abandonment, betrayal, when the bonds between us feel like they've been broken forever, when helplessness ties us in knots and hopelessness binds our souls. Anybody here know what I mean? Suffering is an intrinsic part of human life. It's something that we all share. It brings us together. Magic reminds us that there can be reunion, that there can be reconciliation, and that all of us, past, present, and future, are part of a single, contiguous thread. Thank you. The subtext of all magic is things might not be how they appear. And that means there is hope. There is hope. And that, I think, is an idea worth spreading. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.